There we go, I believe we're live. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try this again, since we seem to have that glitch where it doesn't go live at the moment. So, final race of the week. For Tier 4 boys, we are round 2 Jeddah of season 11. Can't believe we've been going for 11 seasons. Myself, I've been here since season 4, and I also believe my co-com has been here slightly longer than me, but let's get him introduced anyway. It's obviously affectionately known as our super sub, Mr. Nico Hulkenberg. Now, of course, it's Red Car Rambo. Good evening, Ryan.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm cracking. Looking forward to the race.
Well, let's see if we can actually get a stream going this time.
Yeah.
I think Smoggy Ghost is going to be the next one. Just starting a lap.
Yeah, so coming down into turn 1, you want to cut the curb as much as you can. Hook it in for turn 2. Nice and tight to the wall. Run down into turn 4. Brake around 60 metres. Gear 5, I would say there, to stop the rear end spinning. And then, yeah, he's gone a bit wide there, but you can pretty much take that S section flat if you get it correct. Coming down to turn 13, you want to stay nice and tight to the wall, try and throw it out towards the outside wall there. And then this one is the real tricky one, turn 16. You've got to get that one bang on, you will lose a lot of time. Go in there. And then obviously you've got the DRS coming round to a blind brake zone. Nice chicane, you want to stay off the inside curb. Hook it round nice and tight again, and then you towards the final brake board, you want to be as close as you can to the wall. And power down as fast as you can to the line. And that was a lapless Smoggy Ghost.
Thank you, Ryan. At least somebody knows the turn numbers around here. I have not got the foggiest.
I mean, to be fair, I've got a map up. I'm cheating.
I forgot to bring my laptop in, otherwise I'd have probably done the same.
There's 12 turns in sector 1 alone.
I know, it's mental, isn't it? It's a make or break section of a track as well. You get that wrong, you're doomed for the lap.
Yeah. And Johnny Smooth's put in quite a good banker lap there.
29.2 is a really respectable time.
It's a very good lap time.
Let's have a look. I think Alan's going to be the next one to start a lap, so let's have a look at one of our newer drivers. See how he gets on in the Italian Donkey. Sorry if you're a Ferrari fan, but their strategists are absolute clowns, as they prove week in, week out.
Doesn't look so bad from the aerial view.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad looking car, to be fair.
It's not.
I don't overly like the sound of the engine, it's a bit like a lawnmower, but I don't know what it is about the Ferrari engine in the actual Ferrari. It sounds awful.
That's really quick. On a medium tyre, 28.2.
That is quick as well.
Wow.
But yeah, if you go in like the Haas or the Alfa Romeo, they sound completely different, and they actually sound quite nice. The Ferrari sounds horrible.
The Alfa Romeo actually shocked me. When I first got in it, under the lights at Bahrain, it looked a stunning little car.
Just looking at the YouTube comments, some say he's a short, angry man from Stoke. Others say the reflection from the sun off his forehead is likely to blind you. All we know is he's called Red Car Rambo. I'm assuming that's one of your mates.
Who said that?
Joshua Manuch.
Ah, yeah. He's from Edmonton. He's saying that because he knows we're on stream and I can't say what I want to say back.
Well, you could say that to him later. There we go. Alan pops in with a 131.6. Nice respectable time, puts him 7th on the board currently. I know he's one of our new guys. Is I think Gav's neighbour or something. He's been teaching him.
Oh, really?
Let's just hope he don't teach him safety car restarts.
Oh, God, no.
We're all doomed. We are absolutely doomed if he teaches him safety car restarts.
Nothing worse than being behind Gav on a safety car restart.
I remember when I was his teammate in Season 8 and he'd be doing these restarts and I'd be screaming at him in the party. Like, will you speed up? My tyres are freezing. Nope, nope, nope. I am doing my restart how I want to do my restart. Well, yeah, thanks for the freezing cold tyres. Teabag 129.1 pops him into P2. This is the guy who was saying he was struggling with this track earlier.
I mean, to be fair, I said the same about Bahrain, and then it just clicked when it needed to, really.
Bahrain's one of them. I'm quite good at the track.
Yeah,
I remember
turn
when
1 and 2 I really don't like, and then you've got the 2 downhill brake zones. I do not like them.
Yeah, 9 into 10. That is...
Yeah.
Will be awful for you, especially with no ABS as well.
I'm getting used to it. It's quite enjoyable, to be totally honest with you.
But I remember when we were teammates, that was one of the tracks you were worried about and I was rapid at. And then I always seemed to have a bad race there. So my race went awful and you ended up with a really good result out of it.
Well, I didn't this time. I should have.
Oh, Hero Voice is a big fanboy of you apparently. Ryan is not small, they just needed less material to make him awesome.
Who said that?
Hero Voice, Fabian.
I like him. I like Hero Voice. Top man. Very good racer too.
He is a good racer from what I've seen. I don't think I've had the pleasure of racing against him.
Oh, I always do 5 lappers with him when we're not in, obviously, our MRC.
I will one day get to race him. It's just we've kind of crossed paths. He's gone down to tier 2 as I've gone up to tier 1.
Yeah, he's an incredible guy to talk to as well.
Always seems a good laugh in the Discord. And I mean, the fact he's made Jackster eat frog's legs is amazing.
I hope they do a video for that.
Yeah, I hope he does a video for it as well. Otherwise, he could literally just say he's done it and not bother.
Yeah.
Just on board with our newest guy into the tier 4. He's taken an AlphaTauri seat. It is BB Baldwin. He literally got the seat a couple of hours ago. And he's straight in racing. So let's see what he can do. Seems to be slightly down on his time at the moment.
I believe he's trying no line as well, which fair play to the guy.
It's always a good thing to learn. I think sometimes the tier 4 guys get too hooked on having that sat-nav line in front of them. And then they go ahead, win the tier, have to move up to tier 3 and they're like, well, I can't drive now.
Yeah.
Because with tier 4, if you're anywhere in the top 5 or 6, you could end up being promoted. Because if we've got gaps to fill upwards, we will always move people up. I think last time it was, I think 5 have gone up in the end. Maybe even 6. I know quite a lot went up. Because we had gaps to fill, so we filled it with tier 4 guys. And then recruited to fill the gaps. Let's have a look at Biff in the Williams. Speaking of Williams, have you seen the new livery for the weekend?
It looks incredible.
Really does. I like that.
I really do like that. I hope it comes into the game for the Williams fans.
I hope it comes in as well, and the McLaren one where they brought back the chrome.
I don't know what I think that, you know, if they did it the same as the Vodafone McLaren, but the red as the orange, then it might look a bit better.
I'll reserve judgment properly until we see it on track at the weekend.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm judging it and I haven't really seen it properly yet. I would love them to do the Marlborough one. That's a bit of me.
Oh, I know you'd love that one. Senna fan and all.
Hmm.
It is one of the most iconic liveries as well.
It would be nice for Williams to do the Rothmans as well, to be totally honest.
I really would. I
Really
really
nice.
would love them to do the Rothmans from '92
Mm.
when Mansell won the title. I mean, I'm not as much of a Mansell fan as Single Track, who's actually put Red 5 in his name, but I do have a lot of respect for Mr. Mansell.
I respect them all in all fairness. I mean, I probably couldn't even start the car.
You don't need to, it's done for you. Especially the old school ones. I'm not sure we'd get out of the pit garage though.
I probably would, but straight through the pit wall.
I was thinking that. We'll have a race to see who hits the pit wall first.
Mm.
There'd be an MRC day out that's very expensive. Let's see, is anybody on a lap? Gab's invalidated. Necromancer's got no front wing. Rich has just finished a lap. Stay on board with Smith for a bit in the Haas. The Aquafresh inspired Haas. Or was it Airways? I can't remember which.
I think it's Aquafresh.
Oh, and it's just invalidated at that chicane before the final straights. It's unlucky. I think Alan's on his way to the pits.
I think Teabag is coming around the final corner to start one.
Ah, good spot. Yeah, he must be doing. He's either about to start one or he's going in the pits with that lap time. I think he's about to start one, so let's watch the lovely Aston Martin complete a lap. Really do like that car this year. I mean, it's a good job since I've ended up driving it.
The green and the black really pop.
I like the
Really
shade
nice.
of green they've chosen as well.
Mm.
Moved away from the British racing green a bit and gone more metallic.
Yeah, it's a good choice on their part, in all fairness. Looks nice.
Especially under the lights, it really pops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Not
and it's
too
just
bad.
invalidated. I think that literally leaves us nobody on. Oh, Manu. He's about to start a lap, I believe. So maybe we can have a lap in your car. The nighttime barber shop, as we affectionately call it.
I didn't like it when it was red and white. Which is kind of weird. But the
It
red
was
really
alright.
goes with the black, but the back end looks like a bag of penne pasta from Morrison's.
It kind of does. But I do actually like the red and black a lot more than I liked the red and white.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
It's one of the ones I still need to have in this game for a season.
Manu is 4 tenths up.
This could be impressive. I think he was scaring a few people in practice yesterday with his pace.
Yeah, I got a message off Airvoice saying how the hell is Manu doing this on hards? 29.5.
Probably low fuel in the sat nav, possibly.
No, he did 7 laps. Well, I would class that as low fuel, but yeah.
See, he's on the final run. The crashing part of the track. Now we're at the Max Verstappen corner. He avoids the wall.
He got very close to the wall there.
Plants his foot, opens the DRS, and
That's
127.1. Wow.
Up there. That's a great lap.
That is absolutely insane.
That's T1 pace, isn't it?
I believe so.
I think there was 2 cars in the 26. Or was there?
Just about to have a quick look, to be fair.
Can't quite remember, but that's a cracking lap from Manu.
That is an absolutely mental lap. No, that is faster than the pole time in Tier 1.
Really?
Laurentio put it on pole,
27.2?
1:27.220. That is a mental lap.
That's a great lap.
So basically, if we allowed the sat-nav in all the tiers, Manu would have to be Tier 1 with that time.
Absolutely.
I mean, if he can learn to get that sort of pace without it, assuming he is using it, he's going to be quick.
Johnny Smooth jumped up into P2.
With a 1:28.5, which seems a really, really good lap for Tier 4.
It's a real good lap for Tier 2, to be totally honest.
I think it's quicker than my qualifying time in Tier 1. Although I don't get on with this track, so I wasn't expecting much anyway, but some really good times in here.
Yeah, I agree.
Just wait for Winky to get shoved into the garage, and then we'll get the times up and run through them all. Come on, put Simon Cowell in the garage. There we go. So we have YT Manu on pole with an absolutely stonker of a lap. Johnny Smooth second, Airways in third, Teabag in fourth. RFC Danny fifth on the mediums, that's a good lap. Sneaky Turtle in sixth. Chelsea in seventh, Biff in eighth. The AlphaTauri boys in ninth and tenth, that's Baldwin and Smoggy Ghost. Alan HC 11th, Winky in 12th, Smith 13th, Richie in 14th, Batmazo 15th, Necromancer 16th, Scufield 17th, and then starting at the back because the higher tier reserves, Night Shadow, Jackster and Era Voice. They're not allowed to qualify because they're 2 tiers higher.
Yep.
Any predictions for this race, although it seems a bit cut and dry that Manu's probably going to run away with it?
Yeah, you would think so, if you can keep it within the white lines. I'm gonna stick a fiver on Airwaves.
Fair enough. I know you're a bit of a betting man, so let's hope this one pays off for you.
What's the prize?
A round of applause.
That'll do. It's more than the one last season.
You didn't race most of last season. The problem was you've been too much of a busy boy, so you ended up with a baby.
Yeah, I'll be using socks next time.
But never mind, let's see if we can get this racing under the way. There we go. Let's have a look at tyres. So we've got 2 people on the hards. That's Airways in third, your bet for the win. Backmazo in 15th. We've got mediums for YT Manu and Johnny Smooth in first and second. Teabag in fourth, Danny in fifth, Sneaky Turtle in sixth, Smoggy Ghost in 10th, Smith in 13th, Schofield in 17th, and Era Voice in 20th. Which leaves Softs for Jackster in 19th, Night Shadow in 18th, Necromancer in 16th, Richie in 14th, Winky in 12th, Alan in 11th, Baldwin in 9th, Biff in 8th, and Chelsea in 7th. You know, personally I can't really look past one of the top 2 for the win.
Yeah.
Manu, I'm not sure about his race.
I'm gonna think.
Johnny Smooth's improved a lot recently and seems to have quite a bit of race pace.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I agree with that.
Although I think it's very hard to look past Manu if he can convert that pace into qualifying. Well, from qualifying into the race. because then he's just going to run off out in front. As
It's
long as he
gonna
can
be
avoid the track limit
it's
penalties.
going to be 1.4 seconds a lap.
I mean, he's got.
Ridiculous.
Have you seen the gap he's got on this formation lap? I think Johnny Smooth needs to get his foot down. He does realise 10 lengths.
You can't really blame him for that when somebody just drives away.
To be fair, I prefer a fast formation lap. You can warm your tyres better.
Yeah, if everybody does it.
He's closing up now, so it's supposed to be 10 car lengths, but as long as you close up before they get to the grid, it's not too bad if you hold back a little bit. But yeah, personally, I prefer a faster one, so you can get the heat in the tyres. It's nothing worse than getting to the grid on hards with freezing cold tyres.
Colin Bayes, but how is he TFO? I don't know who Colin Bay is.
That's Teabag.
Well, that explains the CB at the end of his name.
Yeah, I think that's what it's for. I mean, it's better than his old PSN name. Apparently it was something random like, will you teabag me?
Oh.
But here we go, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we are eventually racing! Drive-through penalty for Jackster for a jump start. Manu's got away quite well, Johnny Smooth's gone with him. Let's hope everybody can get through turn 1 and 2. I see some body falling down, I believe, unless it's just glitching. No,
I don't know if it's a glitch or...
Jackster's going super slow.
Oh, we have a McLaren round.
That's back Mazo by the looks of it. Maybe didn't get enough heat into them hards. But there we go. Manu is absolutely putting his foot down out front. He does not want to be caught. Johnny's trying to play the hunt in second, but he's nearly a second behind already. We're only halfway through the lap. We've just gone around, what, turn 15, 16? And he's absolutely going for it this evening.
Yeah.
Gav's had a great start. He's up to 10th already. And he was something like 18th, I believe.
Yeah, he was in that bottom 3.
Yeah, I think he was the top one of the 3, but I could be wrong.
He was with everybody, just got up to 14th as well.
Yeah, just Jackster that seems to have had a weird one. It's like he got a jump start, then didn't get away. And he's out.
Oh.
Something's clearly gone wrong there, because it's not like him to leave the session like that. But I'm sure it'll be investigated afterwards. Rich is out.
Oh, Rich is out. Oh, his wheels come off.
Yeah, he's in the wall for definite. I know he's been struggling a bit with this track as well. He's just kind of wanted it over and done with. But fair play to him.
Jackster was in the wall as well. That was a weird one.
He was eventually, but his car seemed to be moving for ages, but not for us to decide. Well,
no.
Stewards will look into it if they feel the need to, or if he's got a problem, I'm sure he'll let us know anyway. Chelsea, Necromancer and Schofield have all pitted. Schofield is definitely a front wing change. I'm assuming they probably all are. We have our first safety car of the evening. Not good at the end of lap 1, but Jackster's back.
I mean, the timing screens are a bit weird, aren't they?
Mine's alright at the moment.
Nearly 2 minutes behind. I don't think he is.
I've seen that before. I think it was when I was a co-com for Connor. Sometimes it does glitch, but it only seems to happen to one commentator at a time. And I don't get why.
It's really weird.
Well, that's a year for you. I mean, quite a few of us have had this glitch recently where you click to go live and it doesn't actually put you live.
Yeah, I saw people having trouble as well logging into the...
Yeah, I think we've all been kicked out of it. Because I had to log back in earlier. Rob, who was obviously doing tier 3, had to log back in. Chris had to log in the other day. Gav had to log in the other day.
It's weird.
It's like there's a problem with the PlayStation streaming to YouTube at the moment. So I've streamed a couple of races to Twitch and that's been fine. But you stream to YouTube and it's like, doesn't want to stream.
I have quite a bit of trouble uploading footage to YouTube. It seems to take over an hour.
It can be ridiculously slow. But you've got the problem of this new policy with Twitter, haven't you? Where the stewards can't actually review the footage anymore.
Yeah.
Which is a bit ridiculous, because I know yourself and I think Fanning have always used Twitter.
Well, I had both linked up anyway, so I was okay. Luckily.
I think Twitter had the faster upload.
Oh, absolutely, as soon as you pressed it, it was on.
But we're all stuck with YouTube, so we'll make the best of it. Let's hope whatever this issue is that's kicking us out of the account and freezing it from going live and whatever gets fixed soon enough.
Yeah.
It's probably YouTube themselves that have heard Gav's commentary. Gone, no, we're restricting that account. As whatever the problem is, we all blame it on Gav.
I think he's happy taking the blame.
Well, with some of the stuff he comes out with, he can have the blame.
He's probably sat there right now calling us everything under the sun.
If he's listening, which I assume he will be. Possibly even in a party with his neighbour. Are we getting safety car in this lap, or are we getting another lap of safety car? Keep Mr. Maylander driving. And if it's anything like tier 2, he should get driver of the day for the most action.
Yeah, I think that's actually a class act from Gav, that. Teaching his neighbour.
Yeah, I remember him saying he'd been trying to teach him for a few weeks before we joined the league. Because obviously, it's not always for everyone, is it? Some of us have played racing games for years, some haven't, but want to play. So sometimes I think a bit of guidance helps you first.
Well, we teach Jackster Booby in that party, and they seem to be doing okay. But it must be better hands-on.
Yeah, I guess it would be, but I mean, your party's mid-champions, so something must be working.
It's getting the new ones to listen is the worst part. What they do, they seem to get a little bit better, which is makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, you've always seemed to breed champions out of it, so...
Nearly had one myself.
Nearly?
I'll get there.
You just lost out to your mate instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep at it, I'm sure you'll get one.
I'm not really fussed on the titles, to be totally honest. I just like racing.
I mean, when I joined, I never thought I'd get one. I'll probably never get another.
Ah, you will.
Especially not now I've pushed myself up to tier 1. Although that was
a good result. Double points, was it, Monday?
Yeah, Mark got 8th, I got 9th. Although we were separated by something ridiculous like 0.43 at the line.
Okay.
Because I had DRS on the final lap. Mark had run out of ERS. I was a bit low anyway. And I was almost alongside him in the final corner. And nearly did a Max Verstappen in the final corner. I got really twitchy. But yep, like you rightly said, see when Manu decides to go. Still warming at the moment. I think he's gone.
He has, but he
he's
hasn't caught nobody.
He's really not caught Johnny Smooth out with that one. I don't think he's going to get the run, but he's popped out to go, hello, I'm here. Definitely not going away. Oh, he's going to try and not go away anyway. Looks like everybody's got through so far.
It's going to be interesting what the Aston boys do here. Same strategy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're working together or not, but see what plays out. I think it's always better if you can work with your teammate.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with that. You can alternate and
it's
all sorts.
where the parties really come into their own.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always good to have a teammate you get on with, but I think it's better if you can communicate and go, right, well, my tyres are worse, I need to come in before you. Or no, mine are alright, you go in if you want to.
We had a lot of that with Chris Bailey and Bergen. They seem to work really well together.
Yeah, we're together for 2 or 3 seasons, weren't we?
These love the Williams. And the Haas is coming at Teabag. Has he got him? He's got him.
RFC Danny, another quick driver on his day.
Yep.
Manu 32.7 fastest lap, and he's pulled over a second on Johnny Smooth now.
I think that's down to Johnny Smooth had a little mistake at turn
Bang Mazo's
15.
out. We're under a virtual safety car. Is that another on track? Because the car's still moving. Oh, it's a virtual. Is he just lost a wing and that's come? No, he's DNF'd and he's now left the session. Very strange happenings tonight. I'm sure these will be getting looked into though. It's only a virtual. No action for Burnt yet. Well, let's hope not, 'cause we really don't want to spend all our laps under safety car.
The new boy, Baldwin's up into P6, having quite a strong race up to now. Well,
yeah, he's doing
6 laps in, but he's doing okay there.
That's a good start. I mean, with this track, it's all about keeping it in the straight and narrow, avoid the incidents, avoid the walls, let the carnage unfold and just drive around it. I think that's the only way I actually got points in Tier 1, was just avoiding everybody else's incidents.
Yeah.
You'd see people crash out and it's like, you felt like Bottas going, well, that's unfortunate, but thanks for the position.
It's very high speed. It's actually quite difficult to overtake with no DRS.
It can be quite difficult to overtake with DRS.
I really struggled to even keep on the back of Martin. And he was on hards.
He was absolutely rapid round here. He just didn't seem to be able to keep it in the straight and narrow for enough laps. But it's one of them tracks, because it's so high speed, one mistake and your wheel's gone. Airways looks really quick through there. He's practically pushing Teabag round. Just at turn 13 now.
Johnny Smooth, has he had a mistake, or is Manu just that quick?
I think possibly a bit of both. Because it did seem to jump a bit from 1.3 to about 2. So there's got to more than likely be a mistake in there. I mean, not many people can gain 7/10 in one corner.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have Jarno Otmir and Marcel Kiefer on this track. And all the other esports boys, I mean, they'd be taking a second out of most of us every corner.
More than likely. I think the top 3 in Tier 1 would possibly get close-ish.
Not judging by the times I saw you look at our pole lap at Bahrain versus Jan Watmeyer's pole lap at Bahrain, there was 1.7 seconds difference. That's just like mind-blowing, because you look at some of our tier 1 boys and they are quick. Oh, Airways has just lost it in turn 2.
Oh, that's a shame.
Made friends with the barrier on the outside. And that's probably rear wing damage, trying to turn that round into the wall that hard. Don't make that mistake, because rear wing damage is not fun, especially not on this track.
No, any high speed corners, it's really near undrivable.
Yeah, you go from a nice fast G-force driving a F1 car to drifting everywhere. Let's see, what other battles have we got? Teabag's pretty close to RFC Danny at the moment. He seems to be finding some pace tonight.
He's got DRS as well.
Could we see a move down into the final corner? I mean, how some of these are really classified as corners, I'm not sure. A lot of them are kinks in the road.
Yeah, I agree, lad, that there should not be that many turns.
Oh, Danny's just gone straight into the wall at the last corner, done a Max Verstappen. And is now heading into the pit lane.
See what time he gets.
Well, that's just released Teabag onto the back of his teammate.
Like a set of hards. Yeah,
Danny's having a wing, he did break it there. Just wasn't showing visual damage, but with the clout into the wall, he had to have broken it. Gab is now up to 5th.
Every voice has come from nowhere into P4.
Yeah, he has. I didn't even realise he'd got past Gav.
Where did he get past Gav? Safety car. Who's that for?
Not sure on that one. Probably a good time for some of these soft runners to consider ditching the tyres though.
I think it's for Sneaky Turtle, he's got no front wing.
Another newer addition to the league. I think this is his first official tier race as well. I'm sure he had to miss last week because he was away on holiday. Yeah. He did at MRCX on Friday. Said he really enjoyed it, even though he got super unlucky with the ghosting of the game. I think it was Keza Soze clipped a wall and his back end went out and he didn't ghost in time. But it's one of them things you come to expect, I guess. We've all had it happen.
Manu's in the pits as well. James Mover's in the pits. Teabag
must be going to hard then. Go to the end.
Gav, Baldwin, Smoggy.
I think most of them are going to come here.
That's the top at 18.
Personally, not a fan of the hards on this track. And Smoggy's just
like
got 5 seconds.
At all.
I didn't on this track. Some tracks they're alright. This one is a no.
Looks like everyone is taking a free pit stop.
For me, it's too many fast, flowy corners, and with the hards, I just struggle to keep it out the wall. This is probably where the soft runners are laughing a little bit because they can go to the mediums.
Yeah.
And with the safety car laps, they should get to the end.
Oh, someone just come out of the pits
Alan's
and
out.
crashed. Yeah, he pit exit, he went... He must have caught the curb.
I've done that myself in... I think it was Canada. Not in MRC, it was another race I was doing, and came out of the pits and just slid straight into the wall.
Yeah.
I think one of the drivers did it in real life as well at that track. But you come out on quite a harsh turn.
It's quite a hard... You can pick some speed up coming out that pit lane.
same with this one. You come out on a bit of a harsh turn. I mean, you can't get as much speed coming out here. But you misjudge it, you can easily be in the wall. See how many laps we get on the safety car now. Not really many fun facts we can bring up about this track either, because we've only had a couple of races here. Is it 3 now?
There's any fun facts about it?
Well, I suppose
the scenery is absolutely stunning.
Oh, the scenery is stunning, I agree. And I suppose one of the only fun facts is they keep changing the track every year and widening it. Well, I think that's more of a safety concern than anything.
I think that's to help with the size of these cars now as well.
I mean,
something needs to be done at turn 10 at Austria as well. That's an absolute nightmare.
9 and 10 were both nightmares.
Yeah.
Just stick a gravel trap there, they'll soon stop overrunning it.
I don't think they'll do that because of the MotoGP bikes.
I know the stewards have asked them to put a gravel trap there, but
yeah,
if it's because of MotoGP, they probably won't.
I think the only other option really is to widen the corner. A couple of tyres width.
I mean, it's not... Even if you widen the corner, they're still going to push to the absolute limits. That's what these F1 drivers do. They see the limit and they push it. Put them a big brick wall there, they'll soon stop pushing over that limit.
Oh yeah. Problem is, it's that fast. If they hit that wall, potentially fatal.
I suppose it's only as fast as some of the corners on this track, though.
This track is a death trap.
Yeah, I thought that right from day one, to be fair.
I did.
Never been a fan of this one.
And then the Schumacher crash, wow.
He had a couple of crashes here, didn't he?
Mm.
I'm assuming you mean the... Was it 2022
the
or something?
Speed one.
When his car disintegrated.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of them were great crashes, to be fair. Although he just seemed to like to crash at street tracks.
Yeah, safety car in this lap.
Certainly didn't have his dad's Monaco vibe, did he?
No, well, Charles Leclerc's a much better driver than him, and he didn't even have it.
Well, not convinced on Charles Leclerc. He's great over one lap, whether he's good in a race or not. Here we go, let's see when Manu drops the hammer this time. Better camera angle will be good, please, game. He's gone for it, and he has not caught Johnny napping. He's even closer this time. Could we see him move into turn 1? It'd have to be a bit of a... No, too much of a lunge, that. Although, speaking of moves, Gab and Voice are side by side coming out of turn 2. I think Gab's going to get that one courtesy of the medium tyres.
I think the tyre helped Gab there, but the outside line is actually a better line now. You get more traction.
Especially on the exit, you do, yeah. Because you want to sort of run wider. Yeah, T-Bag ran really wide in the middle of that high-speed section, and it gave Gav such a good run. I don't think. Ooh, bit of contact there. I think everybody's moving though. T-Bag's lost a couple of positions for his troubles. Everybody's still running so far. So we're on lap 12. We've lost 4, which isn't ideal, but it could be a lot worse on this track. I mean, we could just be running still with 4. I don't know if you remember the Baku race from...
3 cars wide coming towards the final corner. I swear I've just seen a wing.
Yep, I believe that's a Gav wing. It is. Gav has no wing.
saw that from the aerial view. Still going.
He's a madman, he is. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that Tier 4 race from, I think it was Season 9, possibly. Where about 4 cars finished.
Oh, Smoggy's round.
Oh, no. I think he's just outbraked himself into turn 1 there.
Yeah, looks that way.
Completely missed the braking and gone into the runoff area.
Airwaves is round as well.
He's not having fun with turn 2, is he?
No.
I still wonder if he damaged his rear wing when he was trying to reverse out last time, and he's broken his front one again. Luckily no safety car though, we can keep going for now. I mean, he'll be praying for a safety car, but from an action point of view it's good not to get too many. Teabag's catching back up, he's almost back on Danny. He's got Schofield for company, and the Mad Banshee with no front wing. Although this is the guy who runs 1-0 wings at Miami, so
yeah, he's a crazy guy.
This is just standard Gav procedure, I guess.
Living up to that true Scottish nature.
I mean, it'll make him ridiculously quick in a straight line, but no turning on the corners. I think he'll soon be saying bye-bye to Baldwin in the sister team.
Yeah.
Is he going to pit this time? He's pitting. I wonder if his problem last time is because there was so many in a short space he couldn't actually get to the pit lane.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, it could have been if he cut across, he could... Although in that situation I'd have personally braked and dropped behind him so I could move across.
Yeah, I would have.
If you've got the space to do so without anybody behind you, drop back a little bit, go for the pit lane, rather than suffer another lap of this with no front wing.
Nice set of fresh mediums on.
I mean, I tried it with a broken end plate and it was not fun. I think I did one lap like that and gave up. Biff is having a right tussle with the new guy. That's not a corner you want to go too wide in though. Just try and stay close and wait for the DRS. Oh, Smith's about to join the party. He's found quite a bit of form in the last, what, 4 or 5 races?
Smith always had that little bit of pace there, I think.
He's coming, he's got Baldwin. Oh, and his contact with Biff! No. Unfortunate bit of contact at the final corner. Possibly just carrying a little bit too much speed and caught him out. Chelsea has just got Baldwin into turn 1. Sneaky Turtle's still going, he's in P10 at the moment, trying to fight for a point. He's got mad Northern Irish Simon Cowell behind him though, who'll want to take that point off him.
Yeah.
Airways must be having... He's got so much pace, he just doesn't seem to have the luck on this track.
Yeah, I agree, he is quite a quick lad.
Let's stay on with Teabag for a little bit, that's one of the closer battles we've got going on. He's trying to hold on to that French baguette in front of him.
I think I stuck a fiver on the wrong horse.
I think you did. So it's your fault he's having a bad race then.
Don't blame me.
The curse of the Rambo. You put money on him, he lost.
It happens to all the big teams, to be honest.
Football's a nightmare to bet on, to be fair.
Virtual safety car.
Who's got no front wing this time?
I'm unsure.
Yeah, just having a quick flick
Possibly
through.
Schofield, possibly. Oh no, he's just coming to the pits anyway.
Smith maybe? No, it's just a tyre change. Biff. Problem is some of these will be trying to take advantage of the virtual safety car to get a cheaper pit stop. It's
No,
Biff.
it's Biff.
That answers that question then. It's only a virtual, so it's just reduced pace rather than closing the field together. We've got DRS enabled. That usually means VSC's ended, but it's currently still showing full yellow.
I think it looks to have ended, but the track has stayed yellow.
Oh, typical EA Codemasters doing EA Codemasters things. I mean, what would be an F1 game without a few glitches?
But I don't think that's ever going to be possible. There we go, it's gone green.
And Danny's just got past Eva Voice into turn 27. It's like he timed that to perfection when the safety car ended. Eva Voice says the game has glitched. So that's why you just got overtaken, because you're too busy typing a message and weren't concentrating on your driving. But whatever glitch we had has fixed itself by the looks of it, so we keep
Fingers
rolling.
crossed.
Let's go have a look at Baldwin, just coming up to the back of Sneaky Turtle. Seems to be having quite a good race for his debut, to be fair.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Winky 3-second time penalty. Fortunately, that's what happens when you cut the curbs a bit too much.
Yep.
Just go ask the stewards in Austria. I would say ask Esteban Ocon, but he's been given that many penalties. He's back in Hungary winning his first race. Couldn't believe how much he got. We're at 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I'm really surprised Perez didn't get one.
Schofield just snuck up on the Baldwin there. He just came out of absolutely nowhere, making good use of them soft tyres.
Soft tyre as well.
There were quite a few penalties handed out afterwards. Lewis got 10, one of the Ferraris got 10.
I think it was Sainz.
Yeah, it was. Ocon got 30.
Yeah.
There were a few others handed out. But it was like they seemed really inconsistent about it in the race. They were handing them out to some people and not others.
Well, they said there was 1,200. There was no way they were getting through them all, so I wonder if that's why Perez didn't get one.
It should have done though if they reviewed it afterwards. Because I know they said they were reviewing a lot of them afterwards. And surely Aston Martin would have made a complaint about Perez as well if they knew he was doing it.
Very brave move that from Gav. Ooh. Fair play to Wiki. Gave him the spot back.
They all seem to be spreading a little bit now. That's the only problem when you don't have a safety car, the field spreads.
Biff is just about to take Necromancer. I think that is the only battle we have at the moment.
Oh,
Necromancer hit the wall.
Yeah, just bounced off the wall there. Good evening, Ultra Flash. I think that's one of our new guys, to be fair.
Head a voice into the pit.
For a set of softs, that means he's going to be rapid for the last few laps. I wonder if that's the final set he needs. Oh no, he doesn't need all three compounds. Maybe he just wants to have some fun.
Fastest lap attempt, maybe.
Well, he is Dutch. So maybe he just wants to rub a bit of salt in and get the fastest lap. When a driver's that far ahead, he can go, yeah, I just want to go for fastest lap, give me a set of softs.
Yeah.
Starts the final lap like 2 seconds ahead, finishes it 5 seconds ahead.
He's stupid quick, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that car is ridiculous, but he's got an absolute monumental amount of talent.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I don't like the guy, but he is a good racer.
He's another generational talent, like your Lewis Hamilton, your Fernando Alonso, your Michael Schumachers, your Ayrton Senna's. He's another one of these guys.
Yeah.
Ultra Flash says he's with Manu in Vocal and he's on fire. Yeah, he really is on fire. He's like 8.3 seconds down the road.
Just hope he can keep it together.
He's doing a max on them all.
Boost his confidence massively, this will.
Whitey Manu, Max Verstappen for the day.
I mean, if you count the practice session the other day in with this, he's pretty much dominated the weekend.
Yeah, he's dominated the last 2 days anyway.
Schofield is now up into P5.
Can he chase down
Really
T-Bag?
working them softs in.
It's 5.4 seconds. Airways is retired. Final corner, he's done a Max Verstappen.
I think he had rear wing damage.
Looks like he's still moving. Here's a bit of advice for you, do it in the pits.
Yep.
Luckily didn't cause a safety car with that one. Seems a bit of a shame not to have Manu on screen too much, but there's nothing going on.
9.1 now.
Yeah, the only thing that goes on when we watch on board with him is somebody driving ridiculously quick.
It's like watching a track guide.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole reason you don't really see Max in the real F1 anymore. He's that quick, he's nowhere to be seen.
Yep.
When you can't just have too much coverage on one car, it gets boring. Got to go where the action is, whether that be for first and second or 19th and 20th.
Yeah. T-Bag's caught RFC Danny back up.
Let's go have a look at the Aston Martin. They're on similar age of tyres as well, so it's pretty much down to who's got the skill, really. Although RFC Danny will take a 4-place demotion at the end of this, because he's now a tier 3 driver, and he's actually getting chased by his car from last season.
It's usually the case.
And I know he's a massive Celtic fan anyway, so he'll love it.
Ooh.
He's probably going to give me some abuse for that comment later. There we go.
There we go.
DRS, and quite an easy move in the end. But can he get enough out of the final corner to keep Danny from making the comeback? Well, Danny seems to have no ERS, he's flashing like crazy. But he's gone for the inside at turn 1, can he make it stick? Oh, there's a bit of wheel rubbing there. Both seem to make it round without any accidents though. I know they say rubbing is racing, but keep it clean, boys. A sneaky turtle onto Baldwin in turn 1. Also had the outside line, which is quite an unusual option for the overtake.
Manu's pace is incredible. He's lapping half a second faster than Error Voice.
Well, that's just mind-blowing. You see, Aero Voice is tier 2. Quick at this track. I mean, he'd probably done well in tier 1 on this track, would he, Aero Voice? I know he didn't have the best of seasons last time, that's why he dropped down, but he's got the pace. I agree, Avinash Baldwin is doing well.
He is, he's having a real good race up there in the points.
Good to see the new guys on track, though.
Yeah, it is.
And for anybody who's recently joined, I know we haven't got any seats at the moment, but prove yourself reliable. As soon as there is one, you get it.
So the bag and RFC Danny still going at it.
I'll go have a look at that in a minute. I'm just seeing how Baldwin's getting on against Sneaky Turtle. He's got the DRS down to turn 1. Can he make it work? He's gone for the inside. I think that should be pretty textbook and done.
We went a little bit deep into turn 1 though. Oh, the Alpha nearly went round, but we got away with that one.
Yep, seems to be cut and dry for now. Danny's trying to hold on to the back of Teabag. It's the Haas versus the Aston. We don't say that every day.
No, would be nice, but
I'd like to see the Haas up there. I mean,
it'd
it
be
seems
nice if all the cars are competitive, to be totally honest.
the Haas can get there in qualifying. The problem is it destroys its tyres too quick. It's like the Mercedes of probably 2010 to 2013 was always a quick car, but it just destroyed its tyres. So even if it was right up there in qualifying, a few laps into the race it was doomed. But once they eventually cracked that and the new regulations kicked in, I mean, that Mercedes was unstoppable for a while.
I see Danny's coming.
He is.
Can you get it?
He's on the inside.
There
That's pretty textbook. I think
Going
these two,
turn 2.
these two are going to tussle it out to the finish. And Sneaky Turtle's back in front of Baldwin, but I don't think it's going to last. Baldwin's is on the inside for turn 1. He's got it done.
A little bit deep there again.
Oh, Sneaky Turtle seemed to follow his line, so it won't overly detrimental this time.
Gavin Schmidt battling there as well.
I'm just going to mention that one. We're just going on board with it. Good to see the guys taking it to the higher tiers as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the Smiths just had a bit of a moment and Gav's through again. Yeah, the last thing we want is you going, oh no, it's a higher tier, I can't race them. Get involved, they're just another person on the track. See, can Teabag get past Danny? See, if he's sensible, he'd just close up for turn 27 and try and get it into turn 1.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're really sensible and daring, you'd wait for the last lap. Pull a Nagoni on him.
I think you would be very confident of that if you had half your ERS left.
Well, yeah, especially if you knew that person was a red car Rambo and burns all his ERS within about 2 laps.
I just dumped mine.
Oh, that's extra weight, I don't need dump.
Yeah. Make the spots early. Get them in the pits. Well, that's my thought process anyway.
That's pretty much the J Sarge way of driving as well. He seems to absolutely dump his.
Oh, Gav's gone really wide into turn 1 there. Oh, he was very lucky to keep that out the wall.
We're on the final lap already. 13-second lead nearly that Manu has got.
This is going to be... Oh,
I mean, the guy's pretty much at turn 27. 3-second penalty for Gav for corner cutting.
he got two there in one blast.
Not good. There we go. Manu's weaving in celebration. He takes the checkered flag. Johnny Smooth's trying. Oh, Teabag is on the inside of the final corner. It's going to be a drag race to the line.
Tight.
I think Danny's going to have it. But is he? Teabag takes it at the line.
Danny did have a penalty though.
Yeah, he's dropped down quite a bit now. I think he literally just got him as they hit the line. But I suppose it doesn't really matter because Danny takes a demotion anyway. So our podium is going to be Manu with a double Aston Martin over Johnny Smooth, then Teabag. Schofield 4th. Danny will drop to 9th, so that'll be Chelsea in 5th. Eva Voice will also drop, so Sneaky Turtle will pick up some decent points. So will Baldwin. Smith, Gab will obviously drop. Biff may even scrape a point here yet. So we're just waiting on Winky crossing the line and Smoggy Ghost. Necromancer must have been our only lapped car. He's been here a while though as Necromancer, and he always keeps going to the end of the race.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Hey, he's picked up some decent points from doing it before as well. Schofield got driver of the day. It was a pretty good drive, I must admit. Let's check out. That's a pretty muted podium celebration, that one.
Yeah.
Not like some of the ridiculous ones we get. There we go. I think Manu's pretty much done the clean sweep there. Is that the Grand Slam? He definitely had pole, he's got fastest lap, he's won the race. I think he's led every lap.
RFC Danny ended up on 10 seconds there, somehow. Unsafe penalty, I think.
There we go. Manu takes the win with Johnny Smooth 2nd, Teabag 3rd, Schofield 4th, Chelsea 5th. Eva Voice 6th at the line, but obviously will drop. Danny, yeah, he's picked up an extra penalty. He was like 5th. So I'm sure that will get reviewed, but he takes 4th place demotion anyway. Sneaky Turtle 8th, Baldwin 9th, Smith 10th, Garrett 11th, Biff 12th, Winky 13th, Smoggy Ghost 14th, and Necromancer 15th, our final finisher. And we have DNFs for Airways, Alan, Backmazer, Richie, and Jackster. Driver of the day for you?
Is Schofield T4?
He is, yeah.
I'm going to give it a Schofield. Great race there, coming back from P17.
Yeah, I mean, that's an exceptional drive. And I wholeheartedly agree, so yeah, we'll give it to Schofield, driver of the day. But that's it for Tier 4, folks. Luckily, not too many safety cars tonight, so we don't bore you for too long. Thanks for watching. We're back live Friday at 7:30. It's myself and I believe Genie this week, where we'll kickstart Australia week with MRCX, and it's a normal format race. A bit of a change from some of the random ones we have anyway. But there we go, that's us done for the evening. So thank you, Ryan, for joining me.
Not a problem, it's been my pleasure.
Always a pleasure, my friend. But for everybody watching, it's good night.